Have you ever felt the presence of someone who simply lights up a room without saying a word? That subtle aura, the unspoken depth, seems almost magnetic. According to Carl Jung, women with elevated feminine energy carry a natural attunement to both the inner and outer world, a profound sensitivity that shapes how they experience life, relationships, and even the very rhythm of their surroundings. Contemporary spiritual neuroscience reinforces this, showing how heightened emotional awareness and vibrational sensitivity influence both perception and interaction. For those of us who are introspective, spiritually inclined, or naturally sensitive, encountering such energy can be both inspiring and disorienting. Perhaps you've noticed certain individuals whose mere presence evokes calm, reflection, or a sense of clarity, and yet you struggle to define why. This video will illuminate 6 hidden signs of such energy, bridging psychological insight, spiritual awareness, and practical understanding. As we explore these signs, you will begin to recognize patterns you may have sensed intuitively, validating your own experiences and awakening a deeper awareness of the energies shaping your emotional and spiritual landscape. Some women naturally draw others toward them without speaking a word. This magnetic presence is not about charm or superficial allure. It arises from a deep alignment between their inner world and outer expression. Gregg Braden's work on heart-brain coherence helps explain this phenomenon scientifically. When the heart and mind operate in harmonious synchronization, an energy ripple extends beyond the individual, subtly influencing those around them. Women with elevated feminine energy carry this resonance effortlessly. Their breathing, posture, and subtle gestures transmit signals of calm, stability, and trustworthiness. People in their vicinity often feel seen, safe, and intuitively understood. It is a presence that cannot be forced or fabricated. It emerges naturally from a well-nourished inner life and conscious attunement to one's emotional and spiritual states. Consider for a moment, what if this silent magnetic presence were not merely a quality you observe in others, but a reflection of your own vibrational frequency? What if your ability to manifest desires, foster meaningful connections, and navigate life with clarity were influenced by cultivating this same inner coherence? The aura of such women acts like an invisible field, subtly shaping the atmosphere, inviting calm, reflection, and authenticity from everyone nearby, and demonstrating the profound link between internal alignment and external influence. Women with high feminine energy often seem to hear what is not said. Their gift is not merely attentiveness, but a profound ability to perceive emotions, intentions, and even unspoken pain. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton explain that our bodies are finely tuned to emotional vibrations, capable of picking up subtle cues from the environment and the people around us. These women instinctively synchronize their own emotional and physiological states with those they encounter, creating a resonance that makes others feel truly understood. They listen not just to words, but to tone, rhythm, and the spaces between expressions. Consider for a moment, have you ever met someone who seems to understand your silence better than your spoken words, or reflected on the possibility that empathy, when consciously cultivated, can transform relationships rather than merely absorbing the suffering of others? This awareness allows women with high feminine energy to respond with compassion without losing themselves, maintaining a balance between openness and self-preservation. A simple daily practice to align and protect this energy involves mindful observation paired with deep, steady breathing. By pausing to notice the subtle currents of emotion around you and grounding yourself through intentional breath, You can maintain your energetic integrity while fully engaging with others. This practice reinforces the connection between inner attunement and external relational harmony. Women with high feminine energy often experience an inner knowing that seems to anticipate events before they manifest. This heightened intuition is not mere guesswork. It reflects a deep connection between the conscious and unconscious mind, amplified through neuroplasticity and a finely tuned awareness of environmental cues. Neville Goddard and Tom Campbell describe this capacity as the ability to perceive the subtle threads of possibility, enabling individuals to navigate life with insight that appears almost prophetic. Consider for a moment, what if that fleeting inner feeling you tend to ignore is actually your most reliable guide? These women trust their inner radar, sensing nuances in behavior, energy shifts, or environmental signals that escape ordinary perception. This skill allows them to act with discernment, avoiding unnecessary conflict or misalignment, and to make decisions that honor both personal integrity and higher alignment. Everyday experiences can illuminate this phenomenon. A sudden clarity about a conversation, an instinctual choice of words, or the feeling that a space or person fits energetically. Metaphorically, their perception functions like a soul's magnetic field, continuously mapping the unseen landscape of possibility, opportunity, and truth. By embracing this inner guidance, they maintain harmony within themselves while navigating the complex currents of the world around them. Women with high feminine energy possess a remarkable capacity to process painful experiences without allowing them to fracture their sense of self. This resilience is not passive endurance, but an active alchemy of the soul. Suffering is transmuted into insight, clarity, and purpose. Spiritual neuroscience and epigenetics, as discussed by Bruce Lipton and Joe Dispenza, reveal that our biology responds to these transformations. Trauma can recalibrate neural pathways, enhancing emotional intelligence and attunement to higher frequencies. Reflect for a moment. What if every challenge you faced was not a burden, but a carefully orchestrated step toward your soul's evolution? Each setback or heartbreak becomes an opportunity to refine judgment, strengthen inner boundaries, and cultivate compassion for oneself and others. Like fire that purifies metal, pain dissolves what is unnecessary, leaving only the essence. Like a crystal that reflects light, these experiences amplify inner clarity, radiating wisdom outward in subtle yet profound ways. This ability to convert difficulty into growth allows these women to navigate life with a calm, grounded presence. They do not cling to suffering, nor do they avoid it. Instead, they integrate it, creating an inner foundation so strong that it naturally attracts others seeking authenticity and spiritual resonance. Women with high feminine energy exhibit an unwavering commitment to authenticity, even when faced with societal pressures or external expectations. Their sense of self is grounded not in approval or validation from others, but in a deep alignment with their inner truth. Tom Campbell's concept of consciousness as a creative matrix helps illuminate this process. When personal integrity is maintained, it generates a coherent vibrational field that naturally attracts people, situations, and opportunities aligned with their essence. Reflect for a moment. How many times have you compromised your truth to please someone? And how did it affect your energy? Each deviation from your authentic self creates subtle dissonance, weakening your vibrational alignment and clouding your capacity to manifest your highest reality. To maintain and strengthen authenticity, simple daily practices can be transformative. Self-affirmations that honor your truth, mindful pauses to reconnect with your inner guidance, or small rituals that celebrate your values act as energetic anchors. These practices reinforce the nervous system and the energetic field, enabling you to navigate life without yielding to external pressures. Unshakable authenticity is not rigidness. It is the freedom to embody one's essence fully, creating resonance with those and experiences that honor, reflect, and elevate your natural frequency. It is the foundation for conscious creation, genuine connection, and the alignment of purpose with presence. Women with high feminine energy and spiritual awareness do more than attract attention. They cultivate relationships that resonate with depth, authenticity, and mutual growth. Their presence, clarity, and inner alignment create a vibrational frequency that draws people who naturally reflect and complement their essence. This is closely connected to the law of attraction and the concept of energetic coherence. When one's inner world is harmonized, outer relationships become authentic extensions of that alignment. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever felt that someone truly saw you without trying to change who you are? These moments reveal the subtle magic of energetic resonance, where connection emerges effortlessly, not from desire or need, but from the natural compatibility of two conscious presences. Metaphors of invisible energy networks help illustrate this phenomenon. Just as magnetic fields interact without collision, souls with compatible frequencies are drawn together in an organic, flowing rhythm. In these connections, communication goes beyond words. Understanding, support, and shared growth happen intuitively. Relationships are no longer mere attachments, but co-created spaces where both individuals evolve, heal, and expand. Deep and meaningful connections are the natural outcome of integrity, empathy, intuition, and inner alignment, qualities cultivated by women with elevated feminine energy. These connections mirror and amplify the vibrational essence of the soul. Women with elevated feminine energy and spiritual awareness carry a subtle yet profound influence into every area of life: work, friendships, family, and community. Their presence radiates calm, clarity, and emotional coherence, encouraging harmony without force. This energy is not only perceptible to those around them, but physiologically influential. Gregg Braden's research on heart coherence shows that elevated emotional states can propagate through social networks, subtly guiding the moods and behaviors of others. Maintaining this influence requires balance between vulnerability and inner strength. High-frequency individuals are open and receptive, yet they protect their boundaries, ensuring that their energy is not depleted by reactive dynamics. Reflect. What would your life be like if you recognized and honored the energy you radiate? How would interactions change if your presence was consciously aligned with your highest intentions? A metaphor of waves illustrates this effect. Just as ripples spread effortlessly from a single stone thrown into still water, the energy of these women propagates naturally, reaching far beyond immediate perception. Daily actions, simple acts of presence, calm communication, or grounded decision-making carry vibrational consequences that shape relationships, opportunities, and community cohesion. By integrating awareness of energy impact into daily life, women with high feminine energy not only enrich their own experience but elevate collective consciousness, transforming ordinary interactions into meaningful exchanges. Maintaining high feminine energy and spiritual awareness requires deliberate attention to daily practices that nurture balance, sensitivity, and presence. Guided visualizations allow the mind and body to align with elevated frequencies, creating a coherent field that supports intuition and emotional resilience. Conscious breathing exercises, help regulate nervous system responses, enhancing clarity and emotional stability. Small daily rituals, such as grounding exercises, mindful observation, or reflective journaling, anchor attention in the present while reinforcing inner harmony. These practices are deeply connected to spiritual neuroscience and applied quantum physics. As Bruce Lipton emphasizes, our biology responds to the signals our consciousness generates. By engaging in consistent alignment exercises, we can reprogram limiting patterns and amplify higher vibrational states. Energy is likened to a flowing river, and intentional practices clear obstacles, allowing it to move freely, supporting both intuition and meaningful connections. Reflective question: what if dedicating just 5 minutes a day to these practices could transform your perception of the world and yourself? Metaphors of an inner garden illustrate this process. With care, patience, and awareness, seeds of calm, clarity, and empathy grow, becoming a sanctuary within that influences every interaction. By nurturing this inner landscape, women with elevated feminine energy sustain their magnetic presence, deepen their insight, and continuously transmute daily experiences into growth and wisdom. As we conclude, it is essential to recognize that the subtle signs of elevated feminine energy are not only qualities observed in others, but also reflections of one's own spiritual and emotional journey. Observing these traits in women around you or within yourself serves as a mirror for growth, inviting deeper self-awareness and conscious evolution. Reflective question: which signs do you already recognize in yourself or in women who inspire you? Elevated feminine energy is not merely a mystical concept. It is the result of intentional practice, alignment, and presence. Every act of deep listening, every choice to honor intuition, every conscious moment of authenticity contributes to a coherent field that enriches life, relationships, and personal fulfillment. The integration of these qualities requires dedication, but it transforms ordinary interactions into profound experiences and ordinary days into opportunities for reflection and growth. Metaphorically, this energy can be imagined as an inner flame that illuminates without burning out. It radiates calm, empathy, and insight, guiding both the self and those in its orbit. By celebrating and cultivating this energy, we nurture a field of vibrational resonance that supports not only our evolution, but also the conscious awakening of others. Ultimately, recognizing and honoring these qualities allows for a more grounded, empowered, and spiritually aware life, one in which presence, authenticity, and feminine wisdom shape every choice, interaction, and moment of being. If this exploration resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on the signs of elevated feminine energy in your own life. Consider how your presence, intuition, and authenticity shape your relationships and daily experiences. Share your insights and experiences in the comments below so we can create a space for understanding, reflection, and shared growth. If you found value in this content, subscribe to the channel for more videos that guide you through the depths of spiritual awareness, emotional alignment, and conscious transformation. Each video offers practical tools, reflective insights, and metaphors to help you cultivate your own energy, navigate life with clarity, and embrace the fullness of your inner wisdom. Remember, your journey toward alignment and elevated consciousness is unique, and the practices shared here are meant to support, not rush, your process. By staying connected,